Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's project is going to be welding a hook on this mini excavator bucket. Actually, we're going to be doing this on 3 of them, and we're not even going to be welding the full hook. So these hooks that I got here, these are Swedish hooks made by a company called Gunnebo. They're rated over 4,000 pounds. I'm a pretty confident welder for the most part, except for when it comes to holding things over my head. And what we're going to be using this excavator for often is going to be holding components and parts and engines and equipment and stuff maybe over our head. So when it comes to that sort of thing, I prefer the professionals that do it every single day and have the right equipment, so that way I know it's safe. But what I am going to do is going to get this prepped up, get the hooks tacked in place, take it down to a guy who's going to then weld it up. And so I'm going to go through that process this morning on 3 different buckets. So here's the second and third bucket here. Here's a trench digging bucket and a little bit wider bucket than the one that's on it now. So we've got a few options for this excavator. So what I'm going to do is each bucket I'm going to attach to the excavator so that way I know the placement of the hook. So it's going to be a little bit unique on this one. Some buckets, the hooks are way up tight up here, but the problem with this one, the way it detaches, is you got to pull this bolt and this plate off here, which is a wedge plate that holds the bucket in place. And so this hook can't be so far up where it blocks that. And these hooks, they come with a special contour on them already, so that way when you find that location on the bucket, it's basically perfect, right? It's got that right contour. So if you put it up here where it's more flat, well, the contour doesn't necessarily work, so that's out the window. So what I'm going to do is grind the bucket up clean, fresh metal on there, and then on the hooks, it has this ridge here that goes straight down the middle of it. I'm going to grind that a little flat. I'm not taking off too much material, but I want to get it to where it sits nice and flat on that bucket, so when the welder gets a hold of it, all he's literally got to do is just run the bead all the way around, and that'll be it for all 3. So I kind of marked it off even. Got 8 inches in between these gussets here. So 4 inches straight in the middle. Marked it. That way this is perfectly level. And I'll do the same on all the other buckets. So that way I have consistency. So now I've got my welder set. Got a MIG welder going here. I'm going to put some tacks on there to hold this hook in place. And then move on to the next bucket, I guess. Again, same thing, 8 inches from here to here, 4-inch center line. Welded or grinded that down flat. Find the sweet spot where that sits flat all the way through the contour. All right, so this one is a little bit different here. I've got a pretty steep curve right here, so if I put this here, it's gonna rock a lot, and that's gonna be a pretty big gap for a welder to fill. So I thought as I put it here, I'll grind it a spot there for it. As long as I can fit our chain on, it's close enough to the center, that'll work a lot better. So this will be the third and last one, and then we can run those buckets down.